Israel's president was once again met by protesters during his trip to Australia, where he honored the victims of a terrorist attack. And in another development, the U.S. military withdrew its troops from a base in Syria and handed the keys to the new Syrian government. NTD's Jason Perry has the update.
Pro-Palestinian protesters filled the streets of Melbourne on Thursday as Israeli President Isaac Herzog continued his visit to Australia. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese invited Herzog after the deadly attack on Bondi Beach, where terrorists shot and killed 15 people during a Hanukkah celebration. However, thousands of Australians protested his visit and voiced their frustrations over Israel's actions during its war against Hamas terrorists in the Gaza Strip.
We, as the Australian people, we've always felt passionately about values of fairness and mateship and equality and justice. And we are here today to send a very clear message that our government sits in complete isolation to the people.
The protests didn't stop Herzog from speaking to the Jewish community in Melbourne.
And I say to all those protesters outside, go protest in front of the Iranian embassy or whichever embassy they have. For heaven's sake, they killed and butchered their own people, operating a whole machine of an empire of evil against us.
And he gave this message to what he called the younger generation in the crowd, saying, quote, "Do not be afraid to show who you are." Herzog and his wife were set to fly back to Israel sometime after his speech. And across Israel's northeastern border, the new Syrian government has reportedly been taking steps to promote openness and the freedom of information. On Thursday, a so-called uncensored book fair was held in Damascus that would not have been allowed during the former regime.
Now regarding Kurdish books, most of them are available here in Damascus, but they were all hidden during the former regime's time. Anyone caught with such books would be subject to questioning and investigation.
I have many friends who, when their homes were searched and these texts were found, it was like their death certificate, a death sentence. Many went to Tadmor prison.
And the U.S. military has reportedly handed over a military base in Syria to the new Syrian government. The United States Central Command said the base in Syria was used to help fight ISIS and added that the U.S. military remains ready to respond to any ISIS threat that arises in the region. Jason Perry, NTD News.